Hey, what it do, y'all? It's your boy YouTube Blue coming back at you again, and it's game day Sunday. We're in the 1 o'clock hour games. It's about 3:18 right now, so the Cowboys play roughly in about an hour. And I know the big thing around the fact that we lost Trayvon Diggs for the year. It's a bummer. It sucks. Unfortunately, injuries are inevitable. The Browns lost Nick Chubb. The Jets lost Aaron Rodgers. So, there's going to be injuries on teams where they lose players, right? And this year just seemed like it's different, right? And I know people always say, oh, y'all say all the time the year is different. No, no, no. I never said in the past that this year is different. I never said that because I knew what was going to be the difference. I knew that coaching matters, right? All those years that we've gone through mediocrity under Jason Garrett and just wasted a lot of players' careers. Like, Tony Romo should have had a chip. You know what I'm saying? But the issue is now, when you look at everything that has transpired, I love where we are right now. Like, the Cowboys have finally putting pieces together and put into their safety position. They put into their wide receiver core. They put into the cornerback position. So when you look at defense right now, we're stacked. So although we don't have Trayvon Diggs, it's not a crucially bad thing right now because you have DeRon Bland. You have now a healthy Jordan Lewis. Jordan Lewis runs into that slot position where DeRon Bland was playing when he was out. And DeRon Bland now goes into that cornerback 2 spot. So he's going to be out there with Stephon Gilmore. And then, of course, they'll switch things around, switch personnel up depending on what defense they're in. We know that Dan Quinn is going to switch it up every week depending on the type of offenses that we're going against anyway. Now, I'm not even worried about the defense right now. The defense is going to be fine because that pass rush, because as long as you got Micah and them up front, that back end is going to be okay regardless of who we have back there because I think every cornerback on this team is pretty decent, especially now that you don't have, I got sick of seeing his face. Kelvin Joseph. Now that he's gone, I like the Noah guy. I think that he's a better player, and I think that the reason why things didn't go right with him with the Dolphins was just because maybe they just didn't play him right. You know what I mean? Maybe he was just in the wrong scheme because scheme affects players too. You know what I mean? Like if you're not playing to the player's strengths, then they're not going to be able to play their best. So hopefully, Dan Quinn can get the best out of Noah Ignominy. I will say this. I'm not really too worried of us on defense, but we do have some offensive linemen out. And this is why I said that we probably should have drafted another offensive lineman. I know we got Austin Richards, but we should have got somebody higher up. I'm not mad that we got Schoonmaker, but I feel in that second round position you could have got another, offensive lineman. But they can always go back and get Lyle if they want to, but I don't think they want to do that because they're still actually paying Lyle because they still have a cap hit on him that they're still paying. That's crazy. But I wonder if they did re-sign him with that null and voided. I got to look at that. But anyway, for depth purposes, though, I wouldn't mind having Lyle back. I don't want him being nobody's starter, but I would take him back in a smaller role, for injury purposes. But both Tyler Biadasz and Zach Martin are inactive for this game. Zach Martin is not playing right now because in the last game, remember at the end of the Jets game, he had his ankle rolled up on. He's still not 100% healed from that. So I hate how they tried to dumb it down last week. They dumb it down like, oh, well, if we were losing, I would have got back in the game. Well, if that was the case, then you would be playing this week because you've had a week of rest on it. So I look at it like this: if we're going to do this, I hope the backups gotta step up. Now, what helps this offensive line, even with Zach Martin and Tyler Biadasz has a hamstring strain. So with both of them being out, Tyler Smith is coming back and Tyron Smith is playing. But now you got to figure out the inside. You don't have Zach Martin and you don't have him, so they're probably going to put Austin Richards in there and your boy T.J. Bass. Now, I like what I see with Bass. Bass has been really good in spot duty. But the way that this offense is predicated now of getting the ball out faster, it helps that offensive line so they don't have to be holding blocks for too long. So let's just hope this offense can still function and Dak can stay upright because we don't need Dak getting injured either. So because we're trying to make it, we're trying to because I swear to God I'm tired of hearing about the Cowboys can't do this, Cowboys can't do that. But back to the whole point of the video. Keys to victory, right? So Dallas Cowboys to win this game, they literally have to, with their offensive line on that offense, they got to get the ball out this game with Tyler and with Zach and Tyler Biadasz not playing. They got to get that ball out fast to help these young offensive linemen because we have yet to have the whole offensive line, all the starters to be together in one game. That hasn't happened in 3 games yet. So we need to make sure that this game that we do what we need to do as far as getting that ball out fast. Dak Prescott has to watch his reads, make sure that he's catching the guys that are open, getting them the ball quick. None of this herky-jerky stuff that he does sometimes. I know that he made a mistake and did that once in the last game. It was almost a pick 6 by Sauce Gardner, but he can't do that. So, and I hope he remembers that and don't hesitate. Just throw the ball. Just get it out. And if you don't see nobody, either run the ball or throw it out of bounds and save yourself another down. Because you don't need any turnovers right now, especially because the media is watching. Lord have mercy. But and I think that our receivers are gonna have a good day. CeeDee Lamb, Brandon Cooks is playing, so both of those guys are probably going to have good numbers. Yeah, so they're going to be fine. You look at it on defense. They don't have the Cardinals are not playing Budda Baker, so we don't have to worry about him at least. You're going against a defense with them that's they're young and scrappy, but they're also unexperienced, right? They're inexperienced. So with them being inexperienced and Dak Prescott being more experienced, he can utilize these things, find these places, get these guys the ball in spots where the defense can't get to them. Get that ball out fast. That's the name of the game. And run the ball. Got to run the ball. Tony Pollard, Rico Dowdle, get these guys out here and run this rock. Run it right down their throat. Let them know that we here and we're gonna blow y'all asses out. Defense. Long as we keep applying pressure to them, your boy, what's his name? Joshua Dobbs ain't gonna do much. I know that Joshua Dobbs is a runner, and I know that they were watching that Giants game and how Daniel Jones got a lot of runs on us, and Zach Wilson had a lot of runs on us. Same thing. When he gets out of that pocket, somebody needs to sit back and just, one of them, Leighton Vander Esch, somebody needs to sit back and not rush and wait until you see him spill out of that middle and then hit him. Hit him hard. Get that ball out, get loose, get some takeaways, and get the ball back to our offense so we can be dominant. Now, that's the keys of the game for me. Like I said, they don't have Budda Baker. Budda Baker's not playing. I think we'll be fine in that. They have some young cornerbacks back there, and I just think that at the end of the day, like if the Cowboys, play like they play and like they've been playing for these last 2 weeks, this game is going to get out of reach after the second quarter. So I would say my game predictions for this is I would say Cowboys 27. Let's go 27-7. Let's do that. I'll give them 1 touchdown, or maybe 9 points if they kick cover field goals. But within that, it's still gonna be a Cowboys dub. So with that being said, it's your boy E2 Blue, always keeping it real. Like, share, subscribe to the channel, y'all. Let's get ready for game time. Let's go Cowboys. Peace.